Hey, this is Eric. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today, we're going to check out the ENGL Savage 120 Mark II. So this particular ENGL is their flagship amp, and it has tons of features. It has 2 effects loops, it is MIDI capable, it has 4 channels, it has high cuts, low cuts, it's got tons of buttons for tone sculpting for days. You could spend years, weeks, months sculpting your ideal perfect tone. So the whole goal of this video today is to be able to determine whether or not this amp is for you. And I'm also going to share who I believe this amp was catered to or designed for. So how this video is going to work today is we're going to listen to the clean sounds and the distorted sounds of this particular amp. We're going to focus on channel 1, which is the clean sound, and we're also going to listen to the lead channel 4, what I call 4, and that is the highly coveted distortion sound from this particular amp. Stay tuned to the end of this video so you can hear the full piece of music that was written and inspired by this amp. Let's dive into channel 1 here. All right, we got channel 1 out of the way, and I'm sure that's not what you came to listen to, but at least you got a little taste of what it can do. Now let's dive into the highly coveted lead channel 4. Let's listen to it in a full mix here. Now let's check out the isolated guitar parts here, and let me explain a little something. So for this section, what I did is I recorded 4 rhythm parts. Now I don't normally do that. I typically do 1 hard left and 1 hard right, and I'm usually able to achieve the kind of sound that I'm after with that. In this case, I ended up utilizing the 2 notes Captor X, and I used a 4x12 cabinet in there, the ENGL 4x12, and then I used the Mesa Boogie 2x12 back here, mic'd up with a Shure SM57, just one Shure SM57. Hard left, hard right. And then I took those 4 and combined them, but we'll listen to them isolated. So first you're gonna hear the 2 notes, then you're gonna hear the Mesa Boogie, then you're gonna hear them combined. And we'll come back and talk about it. So let's listen to those tones here. All right, so we're back from that. So the reason that I ended up stacking so many tracks together, 4 of them, was because I really struggled to get the sound that I wanted just from either one or the other, either the mic'd cab or the 2 notes cab. Now that kind of sums up a lot of my experience with this particular amp. Believe me, I get there's tons of tone sculpting options on this particular amp, and maybe it's just me, but I really struggled finding the right EQ, finding the right cabinet, finding the right buttons to be able to make it sound good or achieve the sound that I wanted. And what's interesting is I ended up receiving the Savage and the Fireball at pretty much the same time. And I was really kind of comparing the 2 back to back. And I'm gonna have a comparison video coming up on both of those real quick. So stay tuned, ring the bell so you get notified on future videos, so you get notified when that thing comes out. Anyways, back to the Savage. So who do I think this amp is targeted or catered to? It would be the person who is looking to have one amp that has got tons of tonal sculpting options, that is going to have enough patience and time to try to tweak the sound that they are hearing in their head. Because if this is not you, if you just want to plug and play, this is not the amp for you. In addition to that, you got to have a lot of patience because, again, like what I found, it was really tough to find the ideal sounds for this amp. And the last thing I got to say is, at this price point, ENGL really should include the foot switch. Again, it has 2 effects loops, it has MIDI capability, has all of these buttons that are programmable with the foot switch, but a huge $3,000 price and the foot switch does not come with it. I found that to be a very limiting factor, was the fact that I didn't have the foot switch with this amp. Now, I believe that my experience would have been better had I had the foot switch, so that I could program it for some of these tones, because I was constantly changing this or that. And then once you do, it's hard to kind of go back and compare what you did or even the changes that you did. ENGL, in the future, please include the foot switch. So hey, thanks for listening to me ramble on about this amp head. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Click like and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you get notified on future videos. My name's Eric. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.